And
And
that's
there it
when
is.
I knew that my flesh was weak and...
Oh no.
What? I'm just genuinely surprised. What?
Oh, the timing on that, though.
Don't worry about it.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Fucking hell. Okay, let me send this shit. There we go. And
Send
then...
and don't forget the intro this time, Nature. Now you've forgotten
Yes.
the past.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. I'm
fair,
gonna look.
You've had a lot.
You know what? You know what? Fuck it. We're not doing. We're not doing the regular intro. We've already gotten past that point. Hi, I'm here. I'm a DM. I'm joined by these wonderful, lovely chuckle fucks who apparently have a very good knack for immediately throwing off my entire thought process.
Nature, I've been able to throw off your thought process ever since we've met.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I will stop. You just have to ask.
I know. But it makes good content, so like I can only complain so much. But yes, I am joined by a multitude of lovely dovelies here who you can find in the Twitch chat right here. There we go. There's all the links to their lovely, lovely Twitch channels. Of which, speaking of, I am joined by... you know, I went top down last time. I'll go bottom up. I am joined by Miss Marakar, playing UA. We have Beatrix VT, playing the lovely, lovely Mew.
Hi.
Hello. We have the Procrastination, aka Tixel, playing Braun.
Hello, Mario.
And we have... Fuck me. And we have... Last but certainly not least, the most demure of them all, definitely, Miss Tollin, who plays Ale.
Hello, Dungeon Daddy.
And you ruined it. Okay. And our... you know what?
What do you mean they ruined? What do you mean she ruined it? It's been ruined.
Alright, you know what? Ad break just went up, which gives me a perfect amount of time to pull out this motherfucking dice tray for this motherfucking D&D game, Legends of Nordareth, Memento Magick, the esoteric fuckery abound. Fuck all y'all, dice. Every fucking time! I'm never gonna have a clean dice pour, am I?
No, it's just gonna get worse with time because you're gonna get more dice.
I mean, to be fair, I've stayed relatively constant with the amount of dice that I have right now, unless people send me dice, which, oh dear God.
You hear that, chat? Get them dice.
Hold on. Nature, you're gonna need to give me your address so I can get you bullet dice for no reason. You're not gonna use
Why
it.
bullet dice?
Oh no.
Because it's antithetical.
Okay. You know what? I keep forgetting to link my throne on my Twitch chat. You know what? I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down on a fucking... Actually, hold on. You know what? I'm grabbing a sticky note. And as I grab that sticky note, Beatrix, pick a color.
Purple.
Damn, they never came out.
Fucking called it. Alright.
Fuck.
Need the pen. Not moist. There we go. Link. Throne. And then we'll make a little chair. That sparkles. Cool. I'm slapping that on the wall. Perfect. I hope that came up on the mic. Beautiful.
It did.
Perfect. All right. And it's right below my Hollow Knight poster, so I won't forget. God fucking damn it. Hello, Shiny. Shiny's petitioning to name something the One-Eyed Willy. A name for an inn, of course. Okay, you know what? The next inn that the party ends up going to will be the One-Eyed Willy. There you go. Someone remind me. Okay. I'm not writing that on a fucking post-it note. Anyway, I need a drink. None of these. This is never going to start coherently. This is never going to be professional. I mean, this is never going to be clean. This is. I need to stop talking and actually drink water.
Yes, hydrate.
Hydrate, dihydrate. Don't do that though. Don't dihydrate. Fuck words. I failed.
Words
My job is garbage.
All right, but yes, purple dice, and also what? Do you know who? As much as I hate to say it, it's been a while since I picked you. Tix will pick a color.
You know what rhymes with brawn? Orange.
That. All right. Do you want brown, or do you want yellow, or do you want red? Brown technically is the closest to orange.
But you know what orange is? It's the new black.
What the fuck does that have to do with the question I asked?
Black.
I don't have pure black dice.
What's the closest you have to black?
All right, I have red and black. There you go. We're going with that one.
Cool. Purple, red, and black? Fuck yeah. Beautiful color combo.
Yes. I guess maybe that's a reason for people to get me more dice, so that when people say colors, I actually don't have to scream.
But you will anyways, because you're you.
I mean, yes, but that's for other alternative reasons that you give me to drive me insane. Speaking of insanity, welcome to Legends of Norterra's Memento Magick. I've already said that. Is there anything major that folks wanna or anything coming up for folks before we dive into some fun times?
Not to my knowledge.
I'm surrounded by introverts. I need to have people that can fill the dead air for me and just.
I am currently working on. I'm currently busy working on my systems. I do have a thing to possibly talk about after game to you guys, though, if you're willing to hear me out.
Oh, actually, that does remind me. There is one thing, unfortunately, for this. Unfortunately, code is not going to be available for this session, as well as perhaps the next several. Just because of a change in. Long story short, a change in code's work schedule has left things kind of swamped. And so, I may look into finding a cameo to bring in. For the next few streams, I don't know. This is all hypothetical, up in the air right now. We shall have to see. But until then, you know, yeah, we everyone else should still be here. Fingers crossed, unless shit happens. Yeah.
And with Cud, he might be back as early as next week.
That's also
just
true.
don't know. You know, it's kind of up in the air right now.
Correct. But yes, until then, I believe there is only one last question to ask.
No, there's a couple.
Well, first and foremost, is everyone ready to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Yes, you forgot to roll for stuff.
That happens after you fucking dickweed.
I forget.
Every fucking time.
He just wants our inspiration, that's all.
Oh, dear. All right.
I still have my birthday in at 20.
Yeah, and you can still spend that whenever the hell you want.
Can I spend my birthday in at 20 to have my wife back?
I can't now. Oof, you know, with a fate point, maybe.
That's in nature. Yeah, just follow the genie rules. No bringing people back from the dead. No making people fall in love with each other.
And the monkey, unless you want the monkey paw to curl.
It's in. This is gonna end like Pet Cemetery. That's not.
Oh dear. But
No,
all right, anyway.
it's a bit.
I know.
Yes. All right. Also, real quick question for chat: is the ambiance too loud for anyone, or is it good? I just want to make sure everyone's still audible above it because it's a little loud on my end. But as long as it's fine on Twitch, I could care less.
That sounds. Yeah, it sounds good for me, but
I'm in call.
I know. I'm asking. It seemed good so far. Okay, cool. Wonderful. In that case,
Nobody forget their daily bread.
I just get your bread. Okay. So, in that case, let's see here. How many dice are you rolling?
I'm just tipping my thing back and forth. If that's picking up on mic, I'll stop.
Yes, it is. It is picking up on mic.
My apologies. I was unaware.
Oh, actually, here's what I could do.
The real reason we don't fill the air while he's thinking of things is because we distract him when we do.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, you know,
It turns out nature's distracted by pretty ladies.
That is.
No, you.
Shit! I am the only guy in call. Shit.
Yep.
Because Code's gone.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Just...
All right. So, could one of the party please help recite to me what happened last time we left the Dreamwalkers? Because now we actually finally have a fucking name for the party.
We chose our name and met up with the noble found us inside of the Amber Palace is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
First, we got to sleep.
It was
for the first time in a while.
something
Yes.
And nothing horrible happened during that.
Definitely not.
No, we all got to actually sleep for once. Noble Leonarwin Glenfield. I forget the rest of his fucking name though.
Do you want me to list the full one? Actually,
yes,
if anyone, it is in the notes. If anyone knows how to pronounce his full title, I will give a point of inspiration.
I might have actually written that note down, but I'll let others go first. Let's see.
I mean, pronunciation's different.
Marquis Leonarwin Estevar de Sildark Glenfield II.
Correct. I heard you almost said the third. Like I heard that.
I misread it
Like
because my eyes crossed a little bit. My eyes crossed a little bit, so it looked like it was a 3 when it wasn't.
Yes, it was Marquis Leonarwin Estevar de Sildark Glenfield II. Which means there is at least a first somewhere out there. But yes, Tixel, you do in fact get a point of inspiration.
Cool.
But yes, all right. What else happened after you or as a result of you saving this chuckle fuck, this a fantasy equivalent of a trust fund baby?
He offered to give us a meeting with a. He offered to try and give us a meeting with a one of the guilds in New Arcaster City.
And so we chose the Pickling Guild.
Yep, the popular vote of all of the different guilds the party had access to getting a way in for was the fucking Pickling Guild.
Which, above game, I am convinced is a mafia-style front for something.
I'll say above table, I have suspicions that they have some occult dealings.
Because at least Clotho was sus of them.
Yes,
Clotho had suspicions that there's something deeper going on.
Yeah, which is enough reason for For
I
when...
can't think of a single time Clotho's ever steered us wrong.
One day it'll happen.
I mean, Clotho is very intelligent. He's not perfect.
Oh yeah, no, he's not perfect, but
It's
that's why we
creepy
love him.
shit, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we love him. Shut the fuck up.
Tee. He's the creepy kind of hot. That's not a good choice of words.
Yeah.
What else happened the last time he left our acolytes?
We split the party!
Yeah, our Dreamwalkers have split across the city in search of information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all went off on our own little missions to do some information gathering and...
UA got us all registered as a proper group. She's starting to accept her duties.
Ron took Bella out to get a pet.
I went to
Ria.
have some tea.
Ah, yes, you went to have some tea.
Yeah, you had tea with Mom. It was very...
Oh, sweet little thing.
Yeah. It was
But at
very
the same
bittersweet.
time, yeah, I was gonna say there was some bitterness to it, like, Izzy, no.
Yeah.
Save his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
So we have a lot of things to do this session, kind of. Because, like, everybody made appointments with different places, apparently.
You guys kind of need to start a calendar to like file everything. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, because each of us got different bits of information as well for what we're currently doing, because I got some musings of a white drink, or at least the name of a white drink.
Oh yes, for a
For shipments from Everton to here from Kamayashi.
Yes, which admittedly that was... Artifacts. I don't know if I mentioned at the time, but that was a little while ago.
Yeah.
But that's still like the closest lead you have.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
On that end. Whether or not he's even still in the shooter. But...
Exactly, yeah. But it's something.
And I got a lead of potential, like, our, occult stuff in relation to this. Probably scammy fortune teller who might have some actual good stuff.
Maybe. We'll see.
Questionable if the fortunes they give have much value, but if they have a private collection that is of value, that would be, you know, something. Beyond that, some of us had some pretty wild dream stuff in our sleep.
Right, yeah.
Definitely not weird whatsoever.
Yeah. Both Ale and Rio in the dream state went back to the place of our first session intro. And we both had things related to a cord to sever.
Something to that effect.
Silver thread.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. Something for the future there, for sure.
Is there anything else the party recalls that they feel is important to note? Going once. Going twice. I don't know why I'm straining.
Must be a big stretch you're doing.
Yeah, I think I believe that is more than enough to facilitate. I mean, honestly, y'all are fucking fine usually.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, there is like, Braun revealed the existence of a yokai to the Beastmasters Guild.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna yeah, whoopsie daisy.
Okay. No one told Braun that he shouldn't do that, and he
That
is
is
an old
true.
man.
We'll find out in a second. Don't worry.
You get the first point of inspiration,
so
by the
we
way.
just have to kill the whole of the Beastmasters Guild now.
Yep.
What?
Well, we gotta kill him. Oh man.
Alright. Second roll was a 5, which Braun already got an inspiration, so I'm re-rolling.
Oh yeah, I have 3 points of inspiration. What does that do?
Yes. Yes, 3. If you spend 3, that essentially can be an auto critical. If it turns a success into a critical success or a failure into a critical failure.
Hey, I was also gonna say, looks like we're gonna have to kill this guy, Yue.
You say that to Bella. Looks like we're going to have to kill them.
Well, looks like we're gonna have to kill this guy, Bella.
And the next one is a 2, so Mew gets a point of inspo. Yeah, yippee. If there is nothing else to be said, and the fates have shown their favor, I believe it is time for us to begin. Shut music. Shit, wrong thing.
Uh-oh, romance music. No!
Silence. Silence sweeps over the city as a city-wide fucking silence spell goes off. No.
Oh no.
I am unaffected.
Oh god, people are casting level 10 plus magic. Mistress not controlled.
Mistra's not real. She can't hurt you.
Yeah. Stviga, on the other hand, well,
Yeah.
So that would be the analog in Nordareth.
Okay, so there's a level 12 spell out there somewhere that can control the god of magic, but then they
Well,
kill
the
themselves.
XP.
Well, okay, I didn't say that.
Yeah, it's called Strigavor, but no one's done it because they don't want to eat her.
Strigavor? Oh my
do.
god. Alright,
It's also on the list of banned magic alongside Rewrite Bones.
That's not a
And then
thing.
butt crack.
Rewrite Bones, Mend Butt Crack, what is it?
High ping internet.
And then endometriosis.
Yes,
Sorry, did I catch you
endometriosis.
that one, V?
Sorry, that caught me off guard.
Also the cantrip Ball.
Oh,
Just ball?
I love ball.
But yes, the cantrip known as Ball is also
What the
on the
fuck?
banned spell list.
What the fuck is ball?
No one knows because nobody's ballin'. Yo!
I will. You know what, Tixel? I hope your pillow does not have a cold side tonight.
I don't use pillows. I use a Kirby plushie.
Well, then I hope your Kirby plushie deflates and you cannot like refluff it.
Oh, he's already deflated. It's fine. It's why he's comfy.
Swallows
All
you
right.
whole.
All right, fine. I hope.
I'm immune to you, nature.
Nice try, Turtle.
You know what? I will unshit your
You'll get it
pants.
next time.
No, you wouldn't fucking dare.
Alrighty. So. So we turn up the music to make sure it's actually audible.
With how cursed that unfart sound effect you have is,
We're never gonna continue, are we? We're never gonna get past this.
Sorry, I had to make sure. Is the music? Can the music actually be heard? 'Cause I realized that was a little quiet over the ambiance for me.
I hear only the walking of people.
You might have to switch up. I can't change the volume in Discord itself. That you'll have to tweak. I was more referring to the Twitch chat. Always flat soda. Damn. Uncomfy shoe. Cast always step on Lego.
Look, no, that was you motherfucker. I already have that.
Anyway. All right. The skyline of azure tile and marble statue cut against the thin layer of snow, dust, and smoke, clouding the sky, clouding the horizon of this tiered and canal-laden complex of a capital city. Along its streets, however, are those that do not have the luxury of remaining inside, as the growing chill gusts through the streets. The party, as described, is still split up, doing their various accolades throughout the complex that is New Arcaster City, within various districts. You know what? Because we're down a player and it's been a bit, I might actually have everyone re-roll initiative.
Okay.
For seeing who goes first. Jesus, okay.
No, that natural 20 could have been useful somewhere.
Oh, haha.
Can I use my? Can I use
Jesus!
my 20 to? I was gonna say, oh, never mind. I was gonna joke and say, can I use my birthday nat 20 to turn Mara's into a not nat 20? But never mind. She's gonna just match with you if I do that.
Okay.
We all rolled
You-
really well.
You and you are having like a JoJo standoff.
Oh, this is gonna get weird. Why did Splish show up in here?
Mew or Yue glare.
Hello, what am I doing?
We cut to what
Splish
Splish is
needs a turn.
doing.
You need to cut to what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Splish Splash is taking a bath.
We just cut to him like pulling out a bulb of garlic, with the weird magic garlic that was in the Baku's little grotto, and just hand it to him to just crunch.
Oh dear.
You read the Bagu?
You have not. I don't think you've said it right. Like more times than you've said it like correctly. You said it incorrect more than you have correctly.
Are you talking about me?
Yes.
I mean, I am playing old man.
You know what? That's very
He's from a
true.
different culture.
Okay. Oh dear lord. All right.
Like he's trying to be respectful, but he does not have as much like stuff.
Old white man tries to be considerate.
Now here's where shit gets weird, because Yue rolled a natural 20. However, Mew normally has the higher dex of the two of you.
Probably means Mew should go first because initiative is all about the higher dex or the faster the person is.
You know what? It's up to you two.
Do you want to go first?
What is your dexterity?
My dexterity is
+2, I believe. Or
Yeah, 14.
Well, okay, it's your initiative bonus, which could be intelligence or dex, because I run with that house roll.
We're not using my intelligence.
Yeah.
My initiative. My
Yeah,
initiative.
I believe
bonus-
Mew is +3, if I recall.
I will say Braun uses his intelligence.
So yeah, you have the higher number because I just have a 2. Unless I someday get alert, then I'll have a 7.
In that case,
I've considered it to have an 11.
Oh, no. Amping the wrong thing. Sorry, I'm still tweaking audio levels.
No worries.
Alrighty. So in that case, we start. Shit. We start with Mew. Why is it only showing the two of you? You know what? It's fine. as you leave the residence of Izera's family, or I guess I should say, is there anything particular you want to do or pick up from Izera's place before you head back out to the streets?
I was gonna look around his room.
Oh yes, absolutely. My apologies. Roll investigation.
Dum-dum, where'd you go?
19. So, it takes a little bit as Izera's mother essentially takes you up to his room and like pulls out a set of keys because it seems she's left it locked since he's disappeared. And so she she just pulls out the set of keys and just unlocks it and just opens the door for you and nods. Well, we did search it in the beginning and we only found so much, but if you think you'd get any more insight.
Thank you.
I'll wait out here. And she very quietly closes the door behind you. And you are left in this not quite the queenest? Not quite the cleanest space. Which, granted, some of it does seem partially rummaged through, of course, with what you can immediately tell with a 19. But even outside of that, Izera was not the... There was an organized chaos to his setup. It's a setup that made sense to him. And so you're kind of like following through, like, okay, I guess if this is here, then this would be like kind of tight text. Like you're slowly unpiecing what seems to be this sort of like drawing board workshop. Probably had this as like his own little place before the blacksmith shop was done, and so some stuff was kind of left to the wayside before he started working in there. There are some fresher plans that you can see. Namely, you come across a few things. For one, you see, it looks to be a talisman of some kind. Not overtly mechanical, seemingly by any means. At least not obviously from the surface. It seems to be some sort of, you're not sure if it's meant to be like an arcane battery almost, or like some sort of some sort of magical storage device, or something else that could just behave as like a vessel for something magical in nature. It is the blueprints are in sort of slang of written Orcish. Sorry, the music worked up on my end. Let me turn that down a bit now. And as you kind of pick up that, you see a few more little stamped notes on the back of it. And it seems like he was making this for you. There are a few notes of there's a few notes on magical effects, transformation with a question mark, concentration question mark, persisting. You see a few different notes and strings here and there. I'll say with a 19, he was starting to piece together that there was something up with you, and even though you never said it, he never pried, and It seems he presumed it was some kind of magical effect you were keeping up, and so he was creating a device to like help with that.
I see.
But he only got so far because he didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Little does he know it's not magical. It's just me.
Not in the standard way either, at least.
Yeah.
And underneath that, takes a little. There's a lot of documents. That turns out underneath that to kind of sift through. And rather than going through all of them one by one, you're kind of able to parse through like, okay, this has a little like, this doesn't have as much dust on it, or like, this seems a little fresher in the pile. That was kind of slid in here after the fact. You see a handful of notes on, like our enchantments, as in the enchantment school, illusion. And it seems his research has gotten him towards glamours, which are an actual product created within the underbelly. I won't even have you roll for this. You specifically would be familiar with this concept existing. Glamours are a relatively simple enchantment that, as long as you have a piece of that person, whether it be hair, blood, a tooth, whatever, it will essentially cast an illusion over yourself to look like that person. And that doesn't require, any magic on the behalf of the person wearing it. It is all self-contained. And from here, I will have you roll either Arcana or History check of your choice.
Let's go with Arcana.
Okay. 15. Luckily, you never really worked a lot in this sphere, because typically it's on the north side of the city. You're familiar that a lot of the magical trade, the illegal magic trade, is surprise, surprise in the Scholars District. And that apparently there is a crime gang up there that this is one of their main products that they specialize in more recent memory. And if as far as you can recall, they also seem to have a tendency towards various forms of dark magic, warlocks, witchcrafts, all of those sort of shenanigans, hexes and curses and the like.
Does this group have a name that I'm aware of?
I'll say at this point, make a history check, but the DC will be lower because of the successful Arcana. 5. Do you want to use inspiration or?
Yeah, I kind of do. This seems important.
Okay. 6. It's on the tip of your fucking tongue. You know what? The only thing that it has something to do with puppets. Is the main thing you kind of reckon you can clock in your head. It's like that's something to do with puppets, something to do with strings. What the fuck was it? But like it's right there, but it's frustrating. Like it doesn't come out.
Okay. It's gonna take a moment to process all this, and then just kind of sigh. There's a fondness and also like a feeling of like I can't why go through all this trouble when You could have just asked me. All right. The schematic that I found.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tucking that away. I'm not
Okay.
telling his mom about that.
As in, like, are you like hiding it in the room or are you pocketing it?
Oh no, I'm taking it with me.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, you can add arcane vessel blueprints to your inventory.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Splendid.
And how many of these like bits of research, like how many of these bits of research make mention of this underground like mage group that does shit like this? Is it a lot? Are there a lot of papers or just a few?
Only a handful. It seems like, given the very close proximity of his mother, there was only so much he could easily get away with without his mom snooping, to put it simply. He was a good noodle, for the most part. He was a relative good, goody two shoes in quotations. He didn't tend to dabble much in the illegal market, or his mom kept him away from that more probably. But it's clear that like his research was taking him that direction, and he didn't know where to go, so he went in his trek to go chase you. Maybe he went there. That's the only lead. That's perhaps.
Okay. If I can like reasonably gather the few writings that like have any mention of this group, I want to take this with me too, so that
it's
she
kind of
doesn't stumble across them.
It's kind of disparate, but you can find like most of the stuff talking about glamours. That's the big thing that you kind of like clock as a keyword, and you start kind of piling those up, and you can file away glamour research also in your inventory. Seems most of his stuff was on like the mechanics of it anyway, rather than like the actual source of it.
Yeah. Okay, well, just gonna take a couple minutes to just kind of exist, stand in here.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and you have a. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh well, I'll just do that and then I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it is a few minutes in there before eventually the mother just like quietly tries to knock on the door before like going to open it. Everything okay in there? Find anything?
No, nothing conclusive.
Roll deception.
Come on. I should be good at lying. I'm proficient in lying.
On the virtue of her being a mom, she's gonna insight.
But are you too emotional to lie?
He's not a very emotional person.
She kind of like eyes you up and down before like kind of looking around the room. Before like kind of giving a sigh. Please find him soon.
You have my word.
I trust you on that. And she smiles.
I'll give her a hug, and
she takes it.
and then I'll head out.
Oh, is there anything you want to take with you? Take any, sorry. Maybe any drinks with you? Maybe any of the pastries? Anything from, the shop?
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any lapsang, would you?
Oh, I can, offer up at least a bag or two. Sure. Absolutely. Give me a second. And she'll just start rummaging through her supplies and start pulling out the measuring spoons because it's like a big bag. It seemingly is like for special occasions or for high paying like regulars. That she'll quarter out about we'll say about a week's worth of sapchang. Into like a separate little pouch and hands it to you.
Thank you.
Of course. Don't be afraid to stop by now and again, though, okay?
I'll be in town for a while. I'll swing by.
Good. And don't be afraid to bring any friends over either. We do get the regulars in and they're nice, but she kind of sighs. And like her lip kind of like tenses, like she wants to say something but she decides against it.
I think they would love to meet you.
Take care. And she'll, ding, close the door behind you.
Mia's fucking sweating as she walks away.
Oh, absolutely. And as you as the door closes and you do a total fucking 180, to start strolling out of there, just going straight past the blacksmith shop. Roll a perception check. 13. As you come out of the alleyway, it's less so much that you you get this brief like sudden chill in your nostrils, like the moment you go to step out into the main walkway, just like, woof, didn't realize how cold it was out here. Before then, you turn your head and you see what can only be described as this massive wolf. This large creature, currently having a muzzle on it, as well as several like, seemingly, I don't know, I guess it'd be like almost like man catchers, kind of like straddled around this thing's neck, and around its torso, seemingly trying to keep this thing in position. As like you have this immediate like oh fuck sensation like deep in the pit of your stomach, as you see this large, not quite a wolf. First and foremost, its fur seems to be, or at least instead of fur, there are these like shards of ice, kind of splintering and spiking going down its entire body. These icy blue eyes, piercing out from amongst them. It almost seems to be like partially encased in this shell of frigid material, it seems very begrudgingly moving forward through the thoroughfare, and it's basically like about to go right past you.
Who's guiding this wolf along?
There is a it seems to be this very portly looking dwarven gentleman, like big kind of like stained red beards, like auburn beards, very kind of rugged looking. Looks like one of his eyes is missing, or at least it's like closed. As he's like strutting forwards, he just has basically like a leash in one hand that's kind of going back to the muzzle, and a fucking like a blunderbuss that he's using as a walking stick.
Hardcore. Do I recognize him?
The dwarf, no. But the wolf, roll a nature or a history check for me. $11. You're sitting here wondering, like, where is this coming from? Why do I have this immediate oh fuck feeling, other than of course giant wolf looking at this thing? But then you vaguely recall you've seen creatures like this before. Not face to face, but they were in that same wood. Those same dark woods that where you lived many days with your grandmother. And that just leaves that burning question in your mind. Why the fuck is it here?
Yeah. Okay. Before they get too far away,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just tap this dwarven gentleman on the shoulder. Excuse me.
Hey, how you doing, lass? He just like he doesn't even like turn his body your direction. He just kind of stops and just holds up a hand to like hold the whole caravan, as he almost seems to be like perpetually like peering out at the horizon.
Interesting creature you've captured here.
Hey.
What is this?
Well, taking the call on it, winter wolf. At least if this damn thing don't have a name already. And as you, do you take a glance back at this thing perchance as you're talking with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There is, as the face, as your face turns back towards it, its eyes immediately lock with you, and there's this, and like you all of a sudden you see it starting to tug and pull at some of the restraints, like, and you see some of the others, like there's a few dwarves along with the fan, like more muscular, burly looking elves, just like hey, like trying to like realign this thing back into position, seeming like wrestling it into complying. Oh, God, we just gotta calm down too.
Huh, well, that's weird. Dogs usually like me.
This thing looks pissed, for any lack of a better term.
Is it offended by my presence?
Roll insight on the wolf. 18. Okay. In that split second that you made eye contact with it, and its eyes kind of locked with you, it saw who you were, and it seemingly clocked your scent, and immediately is trying to go into attack mode.
Not necessarily because of who I am, but who I'm, connected to. Most likely.
Whether it's specifically that, good question. There is definitely that sense of like, oh, it's sensed the target.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have it roll athletics. Okay. So, as it tries to break free of the restraints, it just kind of like, it kind of stumbles over, and it's like kind of pushed back, about a foot away from you best they can, before it kind of gets back up on its feet. And I'll say with that 18, that you clocked earlier, as you're looking at this thing, this thing seems to be intelligent, somewhat, or at the very least, like it's clocking you. It's looking back at the handler. It's looking around at its environment. Like it seems to be taking in its surroundings and like waiting. As it's like staring daggers back at you.
Could I send it a message?
You can try.
Send it a message in Sylvan. Are you angry at me?
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh dear.
11.
Uh-oh.
You want to do anything, or you want to leave it to fate?
I mean, there ain't much I can do.
Oh, I thought you had another inspiration. Okay.
No.
Okay. Alrighty. In that case, you, as you make a connection with this creature, there's almost a chill that goes down your spine. As suddenly this sense of dread and fear overcomes you. Let me change the music real quick. Hold on. Because the vibes are changing. So... it's less so much that it speaks to you, necessarily, as much as you start having images flash in your mind. You get the smell of blood, and the taste on your tongue, the chill of winter going down your spine and in your fingertips. You get the phantom pains of something trying to rip and tear at your throat. You get the sensation staring at this thing. It seems to be angry and it seems to be hungry. As, you know what? Oh shit. You take 4 points of stress.
Oh no.
And as that connection is made, it's going to make another athletics check to break free. And it can contending athletics check against the, we'll say commoners. Okay, it's staying in. It is snapping, it is howling, it is scraping at the ground trying to get your way. These people are fighting, trying to keep this thing in place. As the dwarf just kind of casually looking back, just, all right, Fido. And he just turns around and points the blunderbuss straight between the eyes. You're smart enough to know that if you try to break out and make pet foods, then my friend here, we're going to have consequences. Do I make myself clear? The roll intelligence. Kind of stares it down for a minute. And right as he pulls the gun away to take a step back, the creature's about to use an ability. You were standing next to the dwarf as this was happening. I'm pretty sure, yes?
Yes. Do I have time to do something before this happens?
I will say you have one action.
Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit and then send another message.
Okay.
And Sylvan, do you want to get out of here?
You hear in your mind, less so in one voice, more so in the hundreds of snarling beasts. Hold on.
I want to kill.
And with that, I will say because you took, yeah, the moment you take that point to step away, I believe, is this going to be a dex save? Yes. Dexterity saving throw. I'll say with advantage because you stepped the fuck away in time. So you have a chance of getting out. Okay, you beat the save. As this thing immediately inhales a breath, and after exhaling out this immediate cone of winter and ice in front of it, right as the dwarf turns back around to start walking again, there is this knee-jerk reaction of his body to turn back to point the gun towards this wolf. However, before he can pull the trigger, he is frozen in place.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay.
And as the chill condenses into the iron around his mouth, there is this and the snapping of metal as the muzzle basically just breaks into splinters of cold, fractured shards. And this thing, and as now this thing is, it is going to jerk its head around and trying to snap at its other handlers, trying to rip and tear and pull itself free, before its head turns back to you. All right, I will ask this question. Is your instinct in this moment to fight or flight?
I think I'm gonna go. I offered to help. It didn't want my help, and that's okay. I don't need to be here right now.
Cool. All right. In that case, we will cut back to you in just a moment.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, cut this music now. Back to the regular fun music.
Oh boy. Why do I have this unusual sense of dread?
What? Psh, nah. Alrighty. So anyway, you have returned back out into the main thoroughfare, back out of the Adventurers Guild, which netted you not a lot of information, to be honest. Nothing you can immediately act on, at the very least. So
at least the paperwork's done. I guess that's hooray, bureaucracy.
That's very true. That's a very valid point. So, what you doing next?
Let's see. Are any of us aware of where the others went for the most part, or?
I think you guys would have mostly kind of broken off. Like I think you know that Mew went off to the Workman's District. Whereas, Ale and Braun kind of disappeared off deeper into the Trade District last you saw. Rio's wherever the fuck. He just kind of flew off and fucked off.
Never been good at tracking cats, let alone ones that can fucking fly. Even with my wings. Trying to think of exactly what you would want to do. Cause she'd probably start heading back towards the Kamiyashi district, maybe to go to the Workman's District, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe see if she can head towards where the Pickling Guild would be, just so she can kind of get a frame of reference. It seems
okay.
the best way is through the Workers' District, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Roll a... This is more of the greater layout of the city, so I'll say this would be a perception check.
Perception? Okie dokie.
5. Well, for starters, the Pickling Guild is in the Artifice District, which is one of the upper districts, which unfortunately you do not have clearance for yet.
Fair.
And so your immediate instinct is like, all right, let me see where the route would lead to. It's a lot of roads.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with cities. You're not familiar with cities that are constantly rebuilding themselves. So like, you can navigate the Kamayashi quarter fine. Also, you don't have to make any checks to go through there. But trying to navigate the Workman's District beyond, you can see the main roads, which presumably leads somewhere into the Artifice District from there. But
yeah, that's fair. I'll probably end up doing that.
You're a lost girl in the Big Apple right now. Yeah.
That's okay.
I'll say in that instance, yeah, if you basically immediately start heading to the Workman's District, roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
18. Okay.
That's better.
As you are strolling down the way, you see, carts filled with blocks of marble being carried by these massive, almost horse-like creatures. That instead of front hooves have these big, burly, clawed arms that they're walking on their knuckles. It's seemingly like a large beast of burden. Carrying, whole logs of lumber, metal nails. You see horses carrying smaller stuff like textiles. There's a massive, there's one cart that's carrying literally just different barrels of paint. Seemingly, going off for painting sculptures and art pieces. for some shipment. Like, there is this constant flow of materials down the cobblestone veins of this city, especially so in the Workmen's District. However,
That's
you
fair.
can make out a sudden, it almost sounds like, the best way I can describe it, it sounds like a pumpkin immediately shriveling up and deflating. As you're like, what the fuck is that? Like, you hear this, like, crinkle noise. Before you turn back over to see this sudden plume of a cloud of cloud of fog and frost, just kind of erupt from after turning a corner, looking down the main thoroughfare. Before suddenly hearing screams coming from that direction.
Your eyes just kind of widen for a second and just say a little bit on instinct almost, just kind of grabs at like the scabbards of her blades and runs forward.
Okay. As you start running forward with your weapons in hand, you almost collide with a, I imagine full body sprinting, Mew that almost fucking like collides face first, like body first with you.
Just in that, just kind of the wind kind of pushes out and UA's arms just kind of wrap around for a second, just be like, what just hit me? Looking down. Mew?
No time. We gotta go. We gotta go now.
Uh-oh.
I presume you join Mew in the fucking booking it.
Yeah, it's if she's guiding me, then I'll run off. But definitely looking back every now and again, just being like, what's happening?
Cool. We'll come back to you two in a minute.
Hey, quick arc.
Good talk. Next, we shall turn over to the immediate fucking opposite side of the city. To where we have Ale, who I believe is currently standing outside with Clotho, the Den of Destiny. That is this kind of out of the way shop. It's off the main road in this little alleyway. That you can immediately see like a handful of like little crystals, and like a little statuette. In the viewing bay window. The lights don't seem to be on inside, or at least there's no like candles you can immediately see lit. But there is, the door, there is no like closed sign on the front of it that you can immediately see. So,
before I go in, I think what I want to do is take the time to activate my detect magic.
Okay. Ooh, all right.
So, it does take a little bit for me to get that going, but just as to be aware of what's up in there, I want to have that up.
Okay, alrighty. As you concentrate for a minute and just kind of deep breaths, after a fifth or sixth slow exhale, you open your eyes again to this sudden, like, brief kind of spattering daze of color before everything kind of starts to dilute and dissipate. As your eyes kind of focus in, Immediately looking at the doorway, there's nothing specific in the doorway, nothing in the windows immediately. Actually, sorry, my apologies. There is this very faint bit of abjuration coming from the doorway. And admittedly, you are briefly getting specks and bits of magic behind you. Actually, you know what? Roll perception for me. $18. You're getting, bits of enchantment, bits of abjuration, on this person's cart going by, like it's little specks and spatterings here and there, a little bit of illusion. As you kind of turn your head, because you're an owl, to kind of aim your vision in briefly back towards your peripheral, you see two guards currently on the back of one is currently on the back of a horse, the other on a hippogriff. You immediately get a blip of illusion coming from the two of them as they are heading past the main road.
All right. Well, that's not what I was looking for exactly, but that's certainly interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like you get the sensation, oh, there's magic behind me. Why is there magic behind me? Oh, that's why. It's kind of like the series of events.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Clotho, we'll turn to you. Do you sense anything abnormal?
Something on those cards there, magical. Illusions.
Illusion. I'm not familiar with the guards using any form of, or having any form of illusory objects in their usual equipment. I'll keep an eye on the door.
Alright, and I guess I'm going to go in.
Okay. Alrighty. And as you start heading up towards the door, Clotho, he's gonna go climb onto a roof. All of a sudden, you just see this guy, fucking Assassin's Creed, climb his way, essentially, like digging his nails into the brickwork of a chimney, before hoisting himself up enough, with the first stumble you've actually seen a little bit, briefly kind of hitting his foot on one of the shingles of the roof, that just drops down before he scrambles up onto it. And before he turns around and just seemingly does like a salute of confirmation, like, I'm in position.
Alright. I'm gonna go in just to see what I can see inside.
Okay. There is another ding-ling-ling of the bell above the door, signaling a customer. Of which you walk in. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so immediately as you walk in, I'll talk about the mundane stuff before I get to the magical. So,
all right.
You immediately coming in, you see what can only be described as You know those, like, metaphysical supply shops that sell, like, crystals and little statues and, like, jewelry and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, tarot decks? Yes, you see all of that. A multitude of crystals on the shelves, like, advertising, like, you know, different emotions they can help embroider. You see a few bits of jewelry with those jewels, you know, carved into it. You know, there seems to be a tea kettle with various words you believe are in Elvish. Sorry, stupid question. You know Elvish, don't you?
No, I don't know Elvish.
Oh, you don't. So you don't know what's written on the pot. But otherwise, you see, it looks like a few handmade carved statues. There actually seems to be a Kamayashi, like, worm or dragon statue on the front desk. That probably is not, we'll say not authentic, to the original culture. And you're kind of getting the impression of, like, okay, on the surface, a lot of these just look like a bunch of non-magical knickknacks.
Which is what I expected for the most part coming in, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Though, as you clock in your magical senses, as the door opens, there is that brief vroom, this brief kind of pulse of abjuration coming from the door, presumably pretty safe bet, even with your passive arcana, probably an alarm spell of some kind, notifying someone came in. And skimming across the place, there's not a lot that immediately comes at you. There seems to be some mild enchantment on the enchantment magic on the teapot, some mild illusory stuff on some of the crystals you can notice. Could be just for visual effects. Like, nothing super strong is blipping on your radar immediately from the front door. And at, like, the front desk. There is a little bell, though, at the front, like, at the in front of you, like, next to the little dragon statue at the front desk.
Lovely. Ale is going to go over and give it 2 dings.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry, we are. Sorry to say we're closed. We're currently going through some renovation. As, like, coming out from a side door that you didn't realize was actually, like, kind of flush with the wall, that opens directly next to the front desk, like, behind it. Coming out, you see this woman. I'm afraid we unfortunately... Oh, good evening, darling. My apologies. I'm afraid we're currently going through some restocking and renovations at the moment. I was just about to close up the shop for the day. What caused you to come here, if you don't mind me asking?
Just something deeply suspicious about how she just changed gears there. Can I, do you like an insight on that?
Absolutely, if you want to roll insight. 24! Okay. Yeah, she's not beating that. So... You definitely get the impression, like, she, like, basically, she was just getting ready to, like, you caught her in the middle of something. There is this, like, there was almost this brief look of, like, panic or, like, nervousness, some kind of anxiety on her face before she turned to face you, and there's like this sense of relief of like, okay, this isn't who I thought it was.
All right.
Like anxiety and then deflated, but still like a little on the back burner.
Fair. So Ale's just going to answer with like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were about to close."
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I can.
I was simply coming here to see your stock, as I've heard that you may have some items that are a little outside of your regular clientele's interests.
Oh, did you now? What exactly did you hear? What did you have in mind?
Things of obscure research, peculiar arcanums.
Really? Pardon me for asking. Who exactly did you hear this from?
I have a way of finding things out.
Oh.
I get alarms. I have a way of finding things out.
You hear from Clotho outside, taking the shot. No.
I have a way of finding things out.
A knife whizzes over your shoulder.
To find the information I seek. You know, I've spent much of the day questioning those who seem to be in the know of this stuff.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh. Right. Well, I must admit, unless you're looking for unless you can cite a specific item that you're searching for, I'm afraid I can only take so much time to wrap up here, and sneak you in quick before we close up the shop properly. Mind if I ask what specifically you were searching for? Was it perhaps searching for your future lover? Was it perhaps your possible fate? I do indeed do tarot readings. Anything particular you're searching for in your life, dearie?
She's going to pull out the little stone with the mark on it. Perhaps things like this.
Oh, you're looking for Oh, hold on a minute. As she kind of like pause, like she's about to go on the spiel before it kind of catches on her tongue. As she kind of stares at it, she is going to roll Arcana. Okay. Oh, I see. Excuse me. Pardon, I know this is going to be weird to say, but can you lock the door, the front door for a moment?
I am just going to mage hand that door.
Mage handing. All right, yeah, not too difficult. You just kind of reach out and like, all right, and you know, there's a little latch that you can just kind of flip to lock it shut. Okay. How familiar are you with? Is this the only thing of this type that you've seen before, or do you have multiple of these?
It's the only one in my personal possession.
Right, but how familiar are you with things like this? How did it come in your possession?
I'm learning my way through it. This one came into my possession through a dream.
Right. Okay. I'm going to be a bit more blunt with you. How familiar are... Where did you get this? Did it fall on your lap? Did you purchase it off someone? You know, were you being followed by anyone?
I obtained it in a dream. I picked it up on a beach.
Right, yes, I know that's the cover story, but... God, okay. I've seen something like this, and unless you can give me more proper information, I don't want to dance around in circles here, darling. And I only have so much time. I'm waiting. Pardon. Look, you seem like a very nice girl. And I appreciate the fascination and the interest. But look, unless you can tell me something about where that came from, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Whose was it? Didn't apparate out of nowhere. It had to come from someone.
Oh, it literally did.
History check? I'll
So
say if you
this
want
girl
to
doesn't know.
if you want to try to rack your brain. 12. I'll say with advantage because of your background. So, okay. Also, hang on. Sorry. I guess I should have specified. Did you put in front of her the memento, or did you put in front of her the
waystone mark?
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I completely misunderstood. Okay. Also, she still has the same reaction. Yeah, she still has that reaction, and she looks back down. Okay.
Does
roll one
lens
more,
mean anything to you?
Roll another persuasion check. Where did you hear that term before? Okay. Alright, it seems pretty obvious that there's... So... To be clear, you're not... What do you know? You aren't tied with the marionettes, are you?
Oh, gosh, no.
Oh, thank the gods. Okay. Alright, look. I would love to continue this conversation, dear. And really rack your brain about whatever in the nine hells we're talking about. But, there's something I need to... Oh, shit! Come with me. she just almost pulls you over the counter.
Ail's not gonna resist that.
Okay. Yeah, and she just basically almost pulls you over the counter, and throws you back into her back room, before very quickly going to slam the, very discreetly, quietly trying to close the door shut. Okay, look. Okay, so, you know who the marionettes are, yes?
Unfortunately.
Splendid. I am more than happy to allow anything within my personal stock, and in exchange for collaborating some proper information, and you help me get the fuck out of here. Or get them out of my hair. Are you good at distractions?
I've been known to cause a few.
Splendid. I wasn't here. And she pushes you back out the door and closes the door shut behind you.
Alright. Ale is gonna
Everything
go...
alright in there?
Ale's gonna go answer the door.
Okay. You
Was that
unlock the door.
Clotho? Voice that
no.
she heard?
No, you open the door and you see two armored women in front of you.
Okay.
More specifically, those two guards that you saw earlier who are radiating illusion magic in front of you right now.
Yeah.
Pardon me, madam. I don't suppose you're familiar with one, Tarantel Garathin, who is the owner of this establishment?
I had come to see her tonight, but seems I just missed her.
Roll deception. Wonderful. Let's see how good their insight is.
Preparing to scream very loudly.
Really? I swear I thought I heard some form of movement on the inside just a few moments ago. How did you come to get inside, perchance, anyways? We found that the door was locked. You didn't perchance break and enter this building, did you?
I'm gonna go a quick look around just to see where Clotho is.
Sure. You... how discreet are you being about this looking around?
I'm trying to be discreet about it.
Okay, cool. Great. You skim around. First roll... I'll say this is... sleight of hand, because you're right in front. This is like... I guess actually, you know what? Either sleight of hand or deception, on like, you know, how either I guess I'm going either body direction route or like poker face route, to see if you can discreetly hide that you're trying to look for a friend of yours. 16, much better.
I was gonna say there's a slight problem. Owl eyes don't move in the sockets.
True. In either case. As you feign, you know, kind of like tilting your head back and forth nervously, you manage to catch in your peripheral vision, Clotho with his crossbow aimed directly at the guard in front of you. That is at least illusorily has a plate mail helmet on.
Alright, my answer is, going to be to them that, it's time to, stop your puppet charade.
I beg your pardon, miss. I would rather not have to force my way in there. I would rather stop with these games that you are playing.
And, yeah, I'm gonna shriek them away.
Okay. And as an ear-splitting shriek resonates out from this alleyway, sending both of these guards back away from the door. Hey, Braun.
So I'm gonna set some ground rules, young lass.
Okay.
I think we have enough cats.
Oh, I was looking at the tressums, and as we cut back to Braun and Bella, who are currently in the Beastmasters Guild. How are you carrying Ollie, by the way? Are you just under the arm like a football?
Ollie's being held like in both hands, kind of right in front of Braun's chest. He tried putting him inside of the tartan, but he wasn't having it at the moment.
Okay.
He wanted to see what was going on.
Okay. Yeah, Ollie's eyes are like darting all over the fucking place. As you have found yourself amidst a multitude of relatively spacious cages, terrariums, like multiple holding pens for a few various larger animals. Like it's like the only way I can describe this as is an office building mixed with a fucking like kennel or like stables. Mm-hmm. As there are periodically like pseudo dragons whizzing overhead, various creatures like almost skittering and tripping you before you manage to catch your footing, to keep following behind Bella, who is like right behind Mallory. Which again, for those new here, for context, looks like this lovely Earth Genasi woman. Who again you've noticed is currently covered. It still has like these bees kind of crawling in and throughout her hair, up and underneath her robes before like buzzing out another side. Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Okay, just making sure I'm rolling normal. 13.
Okay. You're trying to take everything in. You're trying to take in all of your surrounding. It's a little bit overstimulating with the amount of sounds and bright colors and animals. Yes, the smell of a multitude of animals and like the faintest hint of animal dung. That they're desperately trying to keep out, but like there's only so much management you can do to like truly purge it from this place.
Look, when there's 40 different types of horses, all with different like
diets, yes.
It is a nightmare.
You are seeing like puffs of arcane smoke left and right from just like cleaners just prestidigitating around the place. It like almost just following certain animals around. It's a little bit of a nightmare. Until eventually you manage to reach this sort of you reach this central like it can only be described as like a storage area or like a proper like kennel section. Where there's like this singular front desk that you can see this gnome with bright green hair that you're not entirely sure if it's actually hair or just like grass that she has growing out of her head. And yeah, as Mallory just kind of like stops walking and kind of settles into like a standing like an idle position, You see, it's not currently on the portrait of her, but there is like this vine. You almost thought it was like a brassard or like some sort of like jewelry piece that's kind of wrapped around her arm, going towards her waist with like this bright, almost like bright white orchid or flower of some kind. Before you see it partially uncoil, as you realize, oh fuck, that's a snake. That is currently on her arm.
Yeah. Ron's seen snakes before.
Right, but you haven't seen them ones that look like crawling vines. This is a new one for you.
Fair enough.
Which it
It's
does
like,
in fact.
Damn.
Hold on.
Just for a moment, mentally, like, damn. Constantly.
I thought I had a picture of this thing. Give me a minute.
Nothing but new things.
I thought I had the picture prepared. If I find it later, it's fine. As I described, it's like essentially the head of the snake is the flower, and what you thought were like the pistils, where the pollen comes out, are actually its two like cooked fangs. As it idly just kind of like opens its jaw, and like flitters its like leafy tongue a bit. Or grassy tongue before like closing its mouth again. Right, so Mallory turns back around. So, were you looking to get the paperwork done for Ollie first, or did you want to look into the pet first?
If it's all the same, I think it'd be better to get the paperwork all done in one.
That's understandable. Okay. Right. In that case, Delilah, I will actually just get the paperwork ready for the transmitting permission of a stray into ownership, and also ownership of a new pet from the building. And she just kind of nods.
Yeah. Are there any tips you can give about this particular breed, or do you know anything about them?
As for the Chinamazu, I presume you mean.
Ole, aye.
Yes. So, I'd have to double. I'm. If you get to back to me, well, okay. Based on, just have a roll a nature check. Natural 20. Well,
cool.
As far as I understand, what little I do know about them is that they have. At least when I heard, I'd have to double check the records with another specialist of a friend of mine. I can get you the notes at a later date. Because he's not in the building right now. But, as far as I understand, Chinamazu have actually become... It's currently in debate whether they are considered an introduced species or an invasive species. That the debate is it's still currently being debated by the High Dragons of the guild here.
Cat.
Not quite.
All right.
So they're not okay. They're not native here, and they've established themselves. Yeah, sorry, I'm using a lot of jargon you don't understand. They've established themselves in the sewers as a native, as a breedable population, and so presumably they've been able to find nourishment from fish, amphibians, rodents from within the sewers. They are partially magical creatures, so presumably they would also feed partially on magic, whether it be for their own abilities or just to sustain for calories.
Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to help too much with that.
That is something he should be able to passively do on his own, if he seems to be losing any sign of color, perchance, or you mentioned he was shaking. Like she kind of like does like a motion with her hands.
Couple times started.
If he ever
just
tries to do that, but it doesn't work, that could mean he has a low ferric intake, or low magic intake, and he would have to be checked back in. Otherwise, this is a very new field. I will admit, as far as I understand, you are actually the first person here to attempt to train and tame a Chinamazu, personally. Which is actually, I might ask you a few more questions later if we can keep in contact. But, otherwise... Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. You asked about food. Okay. Like I said, fish, you see, did you mention something about feeding him fish already? That should be fine.
He ate a whole trout that was bigger than him.
That's interesting. She looks back down and there's just like a bubble before turning into a belch. Right. I'm not exactly sure how much overfeeding you can do with these creatures. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Definitely within the next few days. Outside of that, it's because this is a new species that's technically has some gray area on the jurisdiction of whether or not they're considered invasive species for the sake of pest control. I'll see if I can smooth things over with some of the other dragons. For the time being, we can at least get a temporary permit of ownership that you are currently in ownership and protecting the creature. To at least, for the sake of tracking. I can get you some proper adoption papers, hopefully at a later date. I do sincerely apologize.
I do actually have a question. If you know how to tell gender, I guess is the word.
Well, admittedly, this is a yokai, but I could still try to pardon me a second. And she'll gesture to take Ollie.
Is Ollie's one of them yaki? As he hands it off.
Yokai, yes.
Right, that.
They are an interesting. I guess you could call them order of magical creatures. Oh, pardon. Almost immediately after trying to bring it into Mallory's hands, he immediately starts kind of vibrating. Okay. Well, I'm going to put. You didn't bring a carrying cage, did you?
No, he's been very well behaved in my arms.
Okay, I'm just going to hand it back to you.
Ron just holds him. Is he still vibrating?
He immediately stops. Okay, just pardon me. I'm going to. She, for the sake of brevity, she's going to check while you are holding him.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Hi. You know what? High, it's a boy. Low, it's a girl. Rolled a 19. Hi. Ollie is in fact a male Chinamazu.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Splendid. Okay. Oh, it's going to be... I mean no disrespect, this is going to be a bit of a time. And I do apologize in advance that this could not be cleared up entirely
sorry
right
for
away.
making your job a little
No, it is not... It's not your fault. Though I do in a way, this is a new step forward for the Beastmasters Guild, especially with dealing with introduced non-native species that become invasive to such a degree. Surprisingly, it's happened very infrequently in our history so far. We've had much of a precedent for this.
Well, with all the wild creatures seem to be found on the daily,
Hey, Bron, what's this one over here? Check this one out. You look over. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just immediately, like, I'm gonna as he starts heading over to see what.
Oh yeah, we can help her with that. Okay, give me help. All right, now as Bron and Mallory go to help out with Bella, and going to pick out a pet, we are actually going to be starting up combat.
Boy.
So, this is gonna be fun. One, I'm gonna have to finagle a few things. I'm a little sad that Code isn't here for this, but it's fine. Give me one moment,
one round
please.
of combat is freaking the fuck out. Another.
Where is my ambiance of people screaming?
Another L's hitting a guy. Cuts back to Braun. No, I don't think that one will work.
But this one's so fluffy. Comes back to the frost-covered wolf about to fucking freeze someone's face.
Yeah, it's
D at its finest.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because where Rio was last, he was on top of actually the building Hale's in.
Yeah, and he's just fucking gone. He is like clocked out.
No,
Kitty is
zonked, dude.
Kitty is heckin' zooted. Is heckin' like clocked out.
Oh no.
Alrighty. Actually, as I get things set up, we're able to. If you guys want to take a little quick break, to stretch your water, drink your legs,
Eat
get your stuff. Yeah, as I start getting stuff set up over here.
Juicy squirrel.
Pardon me, as it will eventually turn from lovely banter to screaming. Hold on.
Yeah, kind of the image I have in my head right now is like Mew's like grabbed hold of one of Yui's hands and is just like dragging her away, just like run.
What's 5 minutes before night break starts. Perfect. That actually gives me plenty of time to work here. So how's everyone enjoying the session so far?
Oh god.
External screaming.
And internal.
Tee.
Yeah. The who? The what? Like, it doesn't help that this group is apparently called the Marionettes. My brain immediately jumps to Warhammer 40k's Harlequins.
Oh yeah! Oh fuck! I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's fun.
I also love that you had her mention Tressums, and I'm like, we already have one, sweetheart.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was looking at the Tressums, and I was thinking about it. But I'm like, actually, probably not the best idea.
Rio might get territorial.
Yeah, I get jealous.
Like any ginger cat does. Huh?
Or worse, we get a female one, and then that causes.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
What's the morality around a awakened and a non-awakened animal having relations?
That is a complicated scenario. In New Arcaster. Why do I have to answer this on stream?
Nature.
Yes.
Nature. Does the horny squirrel from
Oh no, not
Sword
the
in the
King
Stone
Arthur
happen?
No. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Awakened animals in Nordareth. Does that happen to them?
I believe it is. It is technically. I would say it is technically decriminalized. However, there likely would be other tertiary laws that could get wrapped up in that I don't want to get into right now.
I would also just like to note that is the first line that Code came home to. Was
Hey,
somebody
did
else
Code just
gonna
get back?
legality
Oh
of
shit!
that? Yeah.
Are we gonna have a Code joining us soon?
Tell him by
He's got a little bit of stuff
Cleaning.
before he
That's
can,
fair.
but maybe. We'll see. He's gotta clean himself up.
Oh shit, where was it? I'm trying to remember which person it was that had the fucking D&D screaming ambiance. Yeah, Panicking Crowd. Okay, which fucking playlist was that under? Am I crazy? I mean, we have time. We still have a bit until the ad break starts. But like, god damn it.
Definitely take your time.
I can just throw in some varied screams periodically.
Just get the sound clip and just have it on the loop.
No. Oh yeah.
Use your tongue while you keep Neutron as
Oh no.
I promise we're professionals here. That's a lie. Shut the fuck up, Dixel.
He's pulling his gun out.
It's a wolf. It's not gonna. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that.
He's pulling his. No, I'm not gonna stop there.
No, Dixel.
this is getting rather naughty.
We're not about to ask if the winter wolf passes the Harkness test.
Valid.
I mean, we just asked if Code does, so.
We're not getting into it right now. Because I'd rather not get into that. Okay. At least not right now. So, let's go ahead. I believe I found the screaming. Give me a minute. And...
Are you screaming?
Perfect! God fucking damn it! Wait, hold on. I have a great one for this too, because if we're already fucking around.
Let's find out. There we go. Nothing beats Tom and Jerry's dreams. Nothing.
Tixel!
Getting a little out there. A little avant-garde.
Don't bring the Five Nights at Freddy's shit out.
And I leave the Living Tombstone for you too.
That and also I'd rather not get copyright stricken. I know it's less than 10 seconds, but dear lord. Alrighty. Let's. Oh, actually. Okay, the ad break is done. Wonderful. Let's see. Can I grab? Oh no! Oh no! It just started. God damn it! You know what? It's fine.
Yeah, as I say, it's just starting.
We'll get through. We'll go through. We'll wait until on the ad break, which means that it gives a little bit more time for Code to pop in. So, any thoughts on the current situation? Anything that's happened?
I'm just screaming.
Yeah. I already know what I'm gonna do. What I'm going to do first.
Splendid.
So I've got something of a game plan.
Cool. This is just some nice, calm, relaxing sounds of a panicked crowd running past you.
Shit.
What's happening?
Izzy, you fucking idiot.
I'm gonna slap. No, I'm gonna slap the shit out. I'm gonna be happy when whenever we end up finding him. But I'm gonna slap the shit out of him.
If he's not dead, I'm gonna kill him.
Well, if I don't, his mama will.
That's also true.
Don't worry. I'm pushing the story along to help you in that regard, even though, we're making enemies of the same people.
Yay!
Perhaps.
Oh yeah, If they're the ones that have him, I know
There
we're
will
like
be
low
blood.
level, but if they're the ones that have him, oh, I'm burning everything down.
All of a sudden, an entire sewer complex fucking implodes as it combusts for unknown
Oh, geez.
circumstances.
How'd that happen?
My, what a crazy random
the
happenstance.
infrastructure collapses above. Millions are dead.
Braun holds a hand out. Mew puts the coins in it. Fire.
Oh dear.
It's a mystery.
Seems like there's a gas buildup or something weird.
I could probably make some demo charges.
Oh yeah, that's not supremely hard.
I was to say, like, yeah, the ones that I immediately remember for like demolition, yeah, they're surprisingly simple.
Oh, you want to know something that's in very decent supply down in the underbelly?
Explosives.
Witchstone.
Oh.
Interesting.
Because Witchstone is actually, because remember you guys got the Witchstone tokens before? It's used as fucking currency and it's a very impure alloy of it. It's not a very high concentration, but like if you get a vault of the stuff and try to like light it, it could still go off like some nuclear thermite.
Yeah,
like
those coins. Oh no.
Yeah. No.
Oh dear.
Fun times all around. Welcome everyone back from the ad break.
We're blowing up New Arcaster. This wouldn't be
not
nothing
yet. I get to finally bring out this. What the fuck do you mean? Oh right, I used the wrong bot. Hold on. No audio found? You're bitching. Right as I thought.
I will very quickly bio break and I will be back.
How fun? We just got back for the ad break. It's fine. All right. If I have to copyright directly, I guess that's fine. What do you mean no audio could be found? This worked before. All right, I have until I was trying to play the Nordareth battle theme. Because it's been so long since I played it.
Oh, what's my speed? Here, I'll answer in chat.
Yep, that's the link. Copy link. Does it no longer just play MP3 files from Discord?
Oh, another one has betrayed us.
God damn it. I'll have to find another way to get that thing.
Yeah, at least you can have it for the people.
Yeah, but I still want a looping playlist, which I can't really easily do outside of Fredboat. Actually, hold on. Actually, no, let me stop Fredboat. And then play it again. Yep, no audio could be found. God damn it. Alright. In that case, I have other stuff I can grab. For example, Dancing with Wolves. That's poetic.
Very strange sort of dance.
Yeah.
Running away from wolves.
Fun times. Alrighty. You know, because the wolves are coming along for this, let's bring some Danheim. All right. And I'll grab that, and I think that's good. All right. Tixel, you back yet? I think that's a no. All right. Well, if nothing else, it is not going to be Braun's turn for a hot minute.
So yeah, Braun's just having, intense patch dropping, that's all.
Which means we can pop over to a battle map real quick.
Who's battle first?
Good question. All right, so Ale is in the doorway. I do recall. We have Clotho up on a roof. Shit. Right, I never actually linked up
that's
the
also the roof that Rio was on?
No, actually. Rio's technically on top of the shop right now. But I imagine he's basically in like a little like hidey hole next to the chimney, like where there's kind of a blind spot. Because admittedly, didn't get the chance to see it on the map yet, but there is a chimney and a fireplace to the magic shop. There's Clotho. I'm blind.
I cast Dominate Fish.
Alright, you know what? Actually, I'll at least bring everyone over to the battle maps for showcasing. Let's see. And ta-da! Oh, bring it over. There we go. Oh shit, the initiative didn't carry over from the other map. Son of a bitch. Alright. I guess here's a question. Would people prefer to keep the initiative rolls we have already, or do we want to re-roll? I presume keep it.
I'm fine.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, we have new creatures entering the initiative, so maybe it would make sense to re-roll.
We'll keep it as is for now.
Okay.
That's fine. All right. So, for the sake of this, as we're getting into it, oh my god, I said Rio. Miu and Yue are currently in the middle of a chase sequence. That is currently speared behind it with a very, very large doggo. Oh, you know what would have probably helped if I actually uploaded the token to Roll20. That's why I'm not seeing it. I was like, where the fuck is it? Am I missing something? Ow. All right, units. There it is. All right, now we get to see this lovely boy, who is in fact a large creature.
Oh boy.
Wolf.
All right, so, and also we have one elf lady up hiding in her room, currently doing other shit. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and start going down the list. Okay, the definitely guards rolled not terribly. We'll say both guards are taking the same initiative order for the sake of my sanity. Elf lady, I believe her name was briefly mentioned. Also rolled high, Jesus. I guess that's all right. Everyone's rolling high tonight. And then we have big doggo, who also rolled high. Jesus Christ, no one rolled below a fucking 17.
Goody.
Hot damn, alright. Let me grab this. Oh, sorry, it's in this document. There we go. Okay. Okay, could be worse, could be worse. Still a high-ass roll. So it is still going to be a... This is interesting. Both the guards and the wolf got the same initiative order. Interesting. All right. So let me sort this real quick, and we'll bring Rio into the initiative when he comes in. All right. This is interesting. Okay, cool. So, first and foremost, we're gonna have Mew and Yue on deck. Then Elf Lady, then Braun, then Ale, then all of the enemies. This is very weird. This is very different. Because we're basically having two different combats happening at the same time. All right. So.
2.5.
It's kind of. I'll say yes. Welcome back, Tixel. All right. So, because Mew and Yue share the same number, you guys technically can synergize your turns if you want. Though, like I said, you are currently in a chase sequence in which now Yue you see turning back as you're starting to go into a full run, emerging from the clouds, as I described, this massive, sharp, ice-covered wolf-like creature that is snarling. Mist is like pouring out of its mouth like drool, and it is an entire panic in its wake as this thing has been let loose. So, what would you like to do?
Apparently, run.
All right. To go over what you can do again. During a chase sequence, you can take your turn. It's presuming if you're not doing an action, you are full on sprinting each turn, for the sake of keeping distance. Ergo, because this is a very, very busy city, this is going to take, if you are just full on booking it, trying to gain distance from the wolf. It is going to be an acrobatics check. However, you can choose to use either your strength or your dexterity modifier for this check. If you want to take an action to say, shove a cart out of the way, or try to knock over a tree behind you, or anything else you think might try to slow this creature down. That will cause you immediately to go back a mark, which means basically you'd be within melee range of the creature, but then the creature would have disadvantage on its next check to keep chasing you. That's to put it very simply. If you want to try to do other weird shit, for the sake of combat, each of these gaps is considered roughly 30 feet. Even though they're not technically on the map.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any questions before we begin?
Are we gonna die?
Good question. Let's find out. All right. Like I said, you two can synergize your turns as you wish. Taking actions or turns as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever order you wish, I should say.
Yeah.
So, real quick, what mechanical benefit would Longstrider provide in this situation?
Does it increase your movement speed?
Yes.
Okay. For every 5 feet, you can move above 30. I believe that gives you a +5 to the skill check.
Okay.
If you have other abilities that say double your movement speed, like cunning action or something like that you can use, or step of the wind, you gain advantage. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think UA activated Endless March earlier today.
No.
Eternal March, yeah.
No, you did not. You did not get the chance, or did you not? You did not do that beforehand. Nor would you easily have the chance to do that. I forget. Is it an action?
It's 10 minutes, I think. I think it's a ritual.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Unless you can think you can keep up chase for 10 minutes.
No.
You were gonna say Mia?
Okay.
Alright, Code isn't gonna be joining us, but...
That's fair. Again, long day. I can understand.
Yeah.
All good. Hope he rests well.
Okay. With all that in mind, and knowing that I know this city, specifically like this area of the city, a bit better than UA. Like as like I'm like reaching back to like hug her along, just to like get her attention, and as I do that, I'm gonna cast Longstrider on her.
Oh shit! Okay. I'll say, yeah, as you take a moment to concentrate on that spell, you almost kind of like momentum throw her forward as best as your smaller arms can. You know, with that moment before you start trying to keep up the pace and keep running, as immediately, the paws of the wolf are getting louder and louder behind you as you immediately fall back one step.
Oh boy.
But UA now has Longstrider.
Okay.
Which can you click on the spell to remind me what that does? Okay. Target speed increases by 10 feet until the spell ends. Ooh. So in that case, actually, you know what? Let me double check my chase mechanics if I'm reading that correctly. Tactics and warfare. Oh, sorry. For every 5 feet of movement above 30 the creature has, add +4 to your modifier. So in that case, if you would just want to full-on book it to try to gain distance, you have a +8 to your acrobatics check with strength.
There. Very good. So +8, huh? Yui's not gonna let Mew fall behind, feeling the kind of magic flow over her. I'm gonna try to pick. Yui's gonna try to pick up Mew and start just.
Oh
running.
shit! Okay. Okay. All right. I'll say. All right. I'll say that again. That doesn't immediately put you back one. Space. Because you're literally waiting for Mew to catch up to literally pick her ass up. I'm presuming you do not resist.
Am I gonna resist? Are you? Is that a joke?
Touche.
So not the
all
first
right.
time she's
All right.
picked up.
Roll an athletics check. This is just gonna be a straight roll. You do have powerful build, but this is the heat of the moment. You're fine. As you immediately as Mew, you're like, oh shit. You immediately feel a hoist up. How are you carrying Mew by the way, like bridal style?
Yeah, pretty much bridal carrying. Just like
okay.
Whatever hand that Mew touched Yue with to cast this, just Yue stops to grab that hand real quick and like tug her, and then cradle her up into her forearms and just
you are immediately ragdolled into a very familiar position. As I feel like this is like the second or third time this has happened.
This is the second time, yes.
Okay. As you are now staring up at this very well built bee lady who is currently fucking hoofing it forward. As you can now feel the mist of the wolf's breath against your back, UA, and against your flank, Mew. As it is closing in. All right, I believe that is both. That is both of your turns to start. Next up, coming over to a brief snippet into the Den of Destiny over here. As Ale, you can hear a bunch of like rummaging insides, as if like stuff is getting thrown around. The place is being like torn apart. Like she is rampantly trying to grab something. As it seems you're giving her time to do whatever the fuck is happening.
Yeah. I'm making a distraction.
Splendid. Next up. Oh, there's no easy way to do this on Fredbo to immediately mute the music and unmute it. Actually, can I pause? Pause on. Hey, Braun. What? As you are looking through the list of as you're looking through the various pens of creatures, with you also they're immediately having there's some like resistance coming up on your mic, like a fan or something.
Yeah, there's a rumbling.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick.
There you go, much better.
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, it's like it almost sounded like it ticked over on something. That was weird.
Hello. Okay.
Hello. Mm-hmm. Sounded good. All right. For the sake of simplicity, there are a number of creatures that Bella is having difficulty piecing through. You see, amongst the kennels here, there are microgriffins of various breeds. There are teacup dragons, which are actually these little feathers. They almost look like they're weirdly bat-like looking to you, except they're very like feathered. And like they look very fluffy. You've never seen anything like these before. And as it's they're like these tiny little quadrupedal, almost cat-like dragon creatures. They have a very large head, like big pointed ears that go up, like almost like this long tail with like fans, like feathers on the back, and they seem to come in a multitude of colors. There are outside of that, there are also watch beetles, which are a Bajanamon and native species. There are various dire beetles and insects that are essentially like trained to be companions. And the reason they're called watch beetles is that they typically will cling onto your wrist while you're transporting them around. They're kinsects. They're basically kinsects from Monster Hunter. There are, of course, Tressums that Bella was looking at earlier. Pseudo-dragons of various colors. And the few number of creatures that are available of a larger size include horses, as well as technically axe beaks. Apparently, Mallory is checking through the paperwork of like, I thought these had some higher regulations around them, but apparently they're open for public keeping. Okay. Well, we do have an axe beak hatchling that is currently available. It will grow up to be much larger than its size currently. And you look over to see it looks like it can only be described as like a baby ostrich. That's head, it looks way too big for its body. Like there's this, as described, this large axe-looking, like sharp, like pointed beak. Almost reminds you of like an eagle or a bird of prey, as it's like fighting to keep its head up. I don't know, I can't decide.
All right. So I'm gonna apologize, but we're saying no to the Tressum right away.
Oh, also Tixel, the picture that you sent in the group chat. Yes, that is the teacup dragon. That's what they look like.
Yeah. Cool. I will now post that in D&D things in the doobly-doo so people can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Teacup dragon.
They are they are adorable. I'll have to find the original artist for those designs, but I fucking love them. But yes.
I'm gonna say, let's narrow it down to 3.
Okay. Oh no. she's rocking back and forth on her feet, like shaking her fists.
Can Braun do an insight check? Does she want the axe beak at all?
Sure, absolutely. Roll an insight check.
Cool.
19. Okay. So there you can she's like panning her eyes around. There's a few that she's looking back and forth between. There is the axe beak. She is glancing over at that. She's also looking at one of the watch beetles. Specifically one it almost looks like an emerald green. You ever seen what a Goliath beetle looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, so like basically imagine that, but instead it has like this iridescent, almost like a copper gold kind of patterning. To the instead of the normal brown, and then her eyes glance over at the micro griffins, and you swear to God, one of them has these big yellow bug out eyes. Like this that is like staring 2 different directions that you have no idea what fucking bird this is. For above board, it's a Potu bird griffin.
Oh my god.
I could also see if I can grab a picture.
It's that bird that like screams.
If you've ever seen the frog mouth birds that like their mouth opens fucking like 90 degrees,
they look like Muppets.
Yes. Oh, hang on, I found it. I'm sending it. It is a mixture of a Potu bird and a Pallas cat.
My God.
That is the face that is currently staring back at Bella.
So she's looking through so she's looking at both the ugliest and cutest animals, is what I'm getting.
So Potu griffin, watchbug, or axebeak.
Okay. Thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Braun is going to just kind of look at her for a moment and go, all right, do you want something that can fly that can keep up with fuck, I can't believe I'm blanking on the name.
The party?
The fucking what's that? I'm blanking above board. I'm blanking one of the character names right now.
Rio?
Hi, Rio.
Okay.
Are you thinking of getting something that can fly and keep up with him, or are you thinking something that might? I'm just trying to think dynamics here and making sure that he doesn't.
Honestly, I was thinking, and I know I'm not going to be staying with you guys all the time. I would like to have a big friend who I can ride around on and give him scritches, but I was.
I think we're taking the axe beak.
Well, hold on. All
right, sorry.
I was also thinking, if I can train him to send mail to you guys when you guys are out other places.
Bronze heart.
So we can, keep up. We don't have to deal with the bullshit. It's the mailing system.
Gonna glance back like, that's not illegal, right?
Yeah, Mallard turns like, no, messenger birds are very common to keep as personal pets. It might take some additional training, which I don't know how long you're going to be staying in the city. And plus also that would involve having to take a membership with the Beastmasters Guild, potentially, for doing such specialized training as an individual. But that's not a decision you have to make right now. We can also just focus on purchasing.
So she's basically trying to figure out between, do I get something big and that I can ride on, or do I get something that can deliver mail?
Yes. I'll say for the sake of this, I'm flipping the hourglass.
Yes. All right. Well, if we're talking about delivering messages or riding, I don't imagine the bug's going to be able to deliver messages very well.
Oh, watch bugs are actually used a decent bit for transporting items.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd imagine that the birds would be a problem for that over here.
Well, the mailing system, and the order of messengers do use a large quantity of pigeon microgriffins. So they're perfectly safe and easy to train. Hold on, sorry, the alarm's going off. Like,
sorry,
Delilah, I think that's one of the constructs. Okay.
It needs changed.
Something. One of the pens is going off. Sorry. Have you made a decision?
I'm just gonna go roll a d6. How's that sound?
Sure. 1, 2.
Or you posted 1, 2, poo 2, 1, 2, poo
1, 2, poo 2.
5, 6, axe beak.
All right, roll it. 3. All right, it's a watch bug. Okay. All right, yeah.
I think I've been sold on the bug, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, certain. He's gonna look at her just a bit. Promise me, you'll still treat it with love and all.
Oh,
bug.
I would never think of anything less.
Pat on the shoulder. All right, we're getting that one. Looks
okay.
at like lifts Ollie to look him in the eyes. Not food.
One eye blinks before the other. And as you hold up Ollie to the to the window light, roll a perception check for me.
You got it. Perception.
Question, Braun. Do you have advantage on checks for hearing, or is it just smell?
To my knowledge, it's just scent. Let me double check real quick.
And otherwise, this will just be a straight roll then.
It's looking like just scent.
Okay, roll a perception check. Just hear the faint screaming off in the distance.
12.
12. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's taking a little longer than intended. With a 12, as you hold up Ollie to the light, and you're kind of like up against, like, close to the window a bit, and you swear, like, you hear something? Like you hear like almost sound like a bird cry like off in the distance, like outside the window.
Shrug, goes back to doing the stuff.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry.
We'll come back around to Braun when the activity gets a bit hotter. Otherwise, we'll say we're still in the middle of paperwork.
Yep, agreed.
All right, cool. In that case, give me a minute.
It's the most critical fight. Forms and filling them out properly.
I'll just sit around making some rolls to see how well I fill out the paperwork.
It better be as intense as the paperwork scene from Hot
So,
Dogs.
Ale, how what you doing with after you shriek and knock these two illusory guards stumbling back on their off on their feet? Oh shit, I never rolled for well, I guess actually Clotho would go after you. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm hoping Clotho takes that as the go ahead to let's kill.
Okay. All right.
Something isn't right. These guards are not guards.
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you have your turn ahead of you? What you doing?
Alright, one sec here. I guess I'm going to they're next to each other. I guess I'm going to try and blast him with an Eldritch Orb.
Okay, go on ahead and roll some make an attack roll. Who are you centering on? That one? Cool.
That one there. Ah!
Orb.
Oh boy. All
No.
right. Just in case, figured I'd ask. Do you want to use inspiration or do you want to leave it?
I don't have any.
Okay, cool. In that case, yes. As you go to shoot the Eldritch Orb out, all of a sudden, the guard on the left, who's slightly less armor, almost seems to have on this like brigandine, this like very dark blue and yellow brigandine, of the Royal Guard, it's not Royal Guard, of the New Arcaster Guard's colors. All of a sudden, there's a wave of her hand before clenching her fist. And right as you go to toss the Eldritch Orb, it just dissipates into smoke in your hand. And she just calls out, "Wrong decision, girly." Could have just made this simple. Anything else you'd like to do with movement, free action, bonus action, anything?
I'm gonna... I guess... Can I tell anything about what they just did?
Sure. Because these are humanoids, this is going to be an insight check. Because this is analyzing... Also, we'll consider this an analysis check. Oh boy,
No.
let's hope they roll garbage. I rolled an 8 on the die, unfortunately, and their modifier's higher. So yeah, you're not sure what the hell just happened, but I mean, surprise, surprise, they have more than they're leading on.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna basically say, like, the marionettes aren't welcome here today.
And as you see the smile slowly turn into a sneer, Clotho is going to run along the top of this roof and try to bury a crossbow bolt in the back of her neck.
Alright, I hope he's...
Jesus
less of a
fucking
failure than I
Christ,
am.
natural 20. You gotta be
So
gotta
that
be
makes-
shitting me. Okay, hold on. God fucking damn it.
To be fair,
So,
he was hitting them from behind. And
Clotho's player
hidden.
class is a rogue, right?
Apparently he's a. Never mind. He's not. There's no way he's a fucking investigator. He's a fucking assassin. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Where he assassinate, it's fine. He's
Oh
very
my
in tune with
lord.
death. He's the harbinger of it.
I mean, I know he's the principal of Fade, but Jesus.
He's very intimately involved.
All right, let me check something real quick. Fucking hell.
We're just the supporting characters. It's fine. This is the Clotho show.
I thought there'd be a little more wiggle room. All right, hold on. Bring out the. No, that's the wrong thing. I need to check. Stat blocks. Yippee.
Yahoo!
Humanoids. There you are. Okay. See the sheet. Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits, but how much damage are they gonna take? Oh boy. Let's see here. They're gonna take. So this is double the dice, so that means it's gonna be 2d8. Oh, sorry, that's a D10. I'm a goober. Oh, that's what it is. I was like, my brain had to think, what's a D8 again? Oh yeah, it's the double.
Diamond.
The double caltrop. All right.
It's the one with the 20 sides.
Yeah, clearly. All right.
It's the one that looks like a plumb bob.
So that is all right. A bit of a lower-ish roll, but the plus the math. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage straight out the bat. As she goes to, you ain't getting out of this alive. As an arrow just goes straight, just narrowly avoids her spinal column and sticks out the front of her neck. As needless to say, she's silenced and can no longer cast any spells.
Oh, that sucks for romantic music.
Because her throat literally just got shot, and she is about to start choking on her own blood. But she's still alive. Fucking hurt though.
That's fucking horrific.
Oh, absolutely. Now, unfortunately, Clotho ain't no bitch.
So he's got a second attack.
Nope. That's his only attack for this turn. However, this woman is desperately trying to pull out a short sword, as the other woman, the more armored woman's doing the same, getting ready for a fucking scuffle. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Wolfie over here, you know what? Who's he? Technically you're both still in melee range, even though, Mew is being carried. Yeah, no, Doggo's got the scent. Doggo's going for Mew. Ooh.
Doesn't like me.
Yeah, it turns out. Yeah, does a soft 20 hit, I'm presuming? Okay, so you take
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check. Scanning. Scanning. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, 13 armor class.
Ah, damn. Wasn't sure if you had shield.
Nope.
Sorry. Even then, that wouldn't have cut it. You take. Okay. That is 6 points of piercing damage. as these icy chilled fangs, weirdly reminiscent of that weird wolf amalgam that you fought in the dreamscape, reminds you a little bit of. Essentially managed to sink down into your ankle, and immediately try to rip you out of Yue's hands, but you barely, Yue, I'll say you managed to just like elbow check him in the snout to immediately let go and latch as you're immediately getting this icy hot pain kind of coursing up your leg, Mew. This is weird. But unfortunately, it does have a multi-attack. Second one, seeing now it's currently being keeped away by Giant Bee, is gonna go take a snap at her. As unfortunately that is a 14, which I believe misses.
Yes.
So yeah, as you manage to like deck it in the snout, managing to get a little bit of distance beforehand, it instinctively goes out to snap at where it did the impact. But by the time the fangs manage to snap shut, you manage to get that extra inch away with another foot to just like start fucking booking it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is going to make its acrobatics check to chase you at disadvantage. Because it made an action to attack you. Okay. Cool. All right. For the sake of the next round, you're gonna have to try to beat a 13 to try to make distance.
Okay.
All right. So, however, first and foremost, we have the definitely guards. Hold on. Topside over here, which is immediately getting its throat shot out, is gonna turn back to see Clotho immediately. Loading another bolt into their crossbow, be like, she tries to gurgle out a "fuck you," and she'll go in for it with a short sword to try to stab you straight through the chest, Ale. Yeah, no, that checks out. That is going to be... yeah, that's an 8 to hit. I'm pretty sure that misses.
Not by a whole lot, but yeah.
True. Actually, if you're okay with giving me a little bit of a narrative declaration, you want to say you just close the door enough to keep the sword from stabbing you?
Deflect the sword with the door.
Yes. I'll just fuck you. And as you see her rearing up, just be like, "Oh shit!" You quickly do a quick spin behind the door and nope. Just boot it with all of your strength to slam shut, and you just see tunk. The sword briefly embed into the door for a minute before they kick it back open again, just staring down at you in the hallway. Now blood coming out of their mouth and spilling down their sides as they are fucking pissed and ready to slash a bitch. This other woman, on the other hand, seeing oh shit, they have archery cover, is not going to be stupid, and is going to try to get rid of the immediate thing that's fucking screaming, which is you, which means, you guessed it, murder sandwich. And is going to make an attack against you with advantage. Yep, that's definitely a hit. So you end up taking... okay, not too bad. That is going to be 4 points of slashing damage as the door swings back open. The armored woman with a longsword, actually, goes in for an uppercut swing that slashes straight across your chest and sends you like barreling against this flat door up against the wall that the woman's currently trying to pin down. Like, no, the fuck, you ain't doing that shit again.
Yeah, alright.
Alrighty. That is the enemy's turns. Coming back over to the bride and brides, currently trying to avoid the angry wedding procession. That is this ice wolf chasing, like, barreling down behind them. I'll say for the sake of this, you are currently carrying Mew. And so I would say if you want to make a skill check for her to move distance, that is fine. However, because you are trying to full body sprint while carrying someone, it is going to be at disadvantage, but you still have the +8 from the long strider.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you want to just make distance?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make distance, just full speed, as fast and as hard as I can.
Sounds good. All right. As you move out, he's still gonna try to take attack of opportunity against you, but it's probably
That's
not
fine.
gonna hurt. What's your AC again?
18.
Oh, barely misses. As you go to quickly take a buzz of your wings to get that little extra oomph of like wind behind your back, to just start fucking hoofing it. Shut up, phone. Yes, I know what time it is. We'll probably go through one more round of the initiative and probably have to call it there. But anyway, as you quickly start using your wings to gain more, more oomph behind your run, another aggressive snap of winter tries to bite at your wings, and you feel this immediate chill down your spine as the teeth just narrowly manage to miss one of your wings to clip it. As you manage to make okay, roll that acrobatics check. Disadvantage, Jesus Christ, that is still 26. A +8. More than fine for a 26. You don't even need to be fucking worried.
Get us the fuck
As you
outta
were
here.
just like, shit. Like, that chill managed to send just enough of that boost of adrenaline to just start making ground. Mew, because of that, you have basically your action, bonus action, free action to do whatever the fuck, because you're just laying back. You're just laying back in UA's arms for the time being.
I'm going to
Whoa, hold on, your voice mod's on. Very, very mechanical.
Sorry about that.
I see Mew temporarily seized between the codes before looking at the wolf.
I'm going to shoot this wolf because it bit me after I tried to help it.
Understandable. What you shooting it with?
With the pistol that's on my hip.
Fair enough. I wasn't sure if you were casting the spell.
No. The only like offensive spell I have prepared right now I think is Ray of Frost, and I mean.
You know what? Valid point. Now, normally, I would say if you're trying to take a shot against a creature as you are currently being jostled around in a full body sprint in UA's arms. Let me check what the rules are as written on making attack rolls. As far as I know, technically there would not be any disadvantage. You know what? Fuck it. Sure, take the shot. Jesus. Yeah, 21 absolutely hits. As you like, I almost imagine you're kind of jury rigging, like using UA's shoulder as a fucking like kick, like brace, to like aim down behind behind her to take a pot shot at this thing. Yue, there is a clap of thunder that rattles your antennae as a gunshot goes off right next to you, and this bolt of arcane energy essentially manages to cut through the mist and straight against the icy hide of this creature that manages to crack and snap and break off several icicles, giving way to this very slight trickle of chilled, almost ebony black blood as it is barreling towards you, seemingly not giving a single fuck.
I know,
does take damage down. Okay. Ooh, okay. Neat. Sorry, double checking a few things. Alrighty, cool. Alright, that is the action. The sprint. Mew, you still have your bonus action and free action. Do with as you wish.
Yeah. I mean, I know this part. I know this part of the city fairly well. Can I just scan around and see if I can find like an alley?
Oh, sure.
Duck into?
Oh yeah, if you want to. Okay, sure. Roll an investigation check. You don't have the criminal or spy background, I don't believe, do you? Oh, no, sorry, that's not what I'm thinking of. There is a specific background that gives you bonuses for like navigating in cities.
Urchin?
Urchin.
Street urchin, yes. I don't think you have the urchin background.
Nope.
Okay. I'll still say this is a straight investigation check. DC is not going to be super high. 11. Unfortunately higher than that. You are trying to scan your way past, like, okay, look for an alleyway, look for an alleyway. Fuck, the buildings are different. Like, as you're scanning along, like, right, the city's constantly under fucking reconstruction. Like, you recognize some buildings, like, oh, maybe that way. No, that wasn't there before. Fuck, okay. Like you're trying to look for an opening, and even by the time you see one, it's already gone past. And the wolf is like barreling still behind. It's not exactly easy, especially with like carts are zooming past you. You know, there's food carts getting toppled over as people like scrambling to get the fuck out of the way. Like, it is pure chaos. Go throughout the workman's district right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. As both of your turns up.
All I got.
Ale, as you are currently trying to keep these two busy, who seem very keen on murdering your face, you hear the breaking of a window going out further deeper into the building.
All right. Well, she's might be in trouble. Oh.
As you're not exactly sure where she's gone and went.
She might have gone out a window herself, but breaking the window from the inside seems odd. So I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and then she's going to... That'll probably be an action to break the window. And then so she could get to here. Okay, cool. Alright. So. Next up then, Braun, for the sake of brevity, let's have you roll, you don't,
I'll roll bureaucracy. Hold on. That's a 2.
What? I didn't even say what check to make.
I rolled
right.
bureaucracy.
All right, this will be a straight intelligence check. What's your intelligence modifier to add to that? Okay, cool. So that's a 5. All right, so
No. I didn't actually roll that. That wasn't actually the roll. That was a bit.
Okay, all right, fine. In that case, actually roll.
Natural 20.
No fucking shot.
I have it.
You mind sending me a picture of that? Because I don't doubt you. Next time I would maybe prefer the... Well, I guess either way it's fine.
I will roll on the machine for future, but that was just for the bit to have the sound happen.
That is a natural 20. Okay. Shit. So, yeah, as you're going through this entire process with Mallory just like, okay, just sign here, sign here, sign here. Like, okay, if this applies here, sign here. Like, you're just, like, breezing through these questions. Yep. You're lucky that you remember your family's fucking paperwork so well to just be like, all right, I can do some of this shit in my sleep.
Look.
This has nothing on property laws.
There's nothing on property laws. There's nothing on the paperwork to get that fucking medicine.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. This is child's play compared to the bureaucratic nightmare that is some of the other bullshit in New Arcaster. You do see Bella's eyes start to glaze over a little bit as she's like trying to follow along, doing some of this. But like even at the speed you're going, she's just like, you know what? Never mind. Like they've also since pulled out. They've since pulled out the watch bug, the little golden beetle, that actually started crawling up onto her arm now, and she's just like looking down and like, hey there, little fella. And it was like very.
Have you thought of a name yet?
It's kind of got this like copper gold color to the carapace. Have a roll. Like her brow is furrowing. We would like a name for the record, dear. She's trying to stare into the soul of this creature. Meanwhile, back at Ale, a sword just ripped across the front of your shirt, the front of your robes, and you immediately feel the crimson of blood running down your chest, as you are currently flanked on both sides in this doorway.
All right. Well, a good way to not be flanked.
Yeah, that'll do it. Another cacophonous shriek rings out through the right on the edges of the trade district. Which, speaking of, hey Bronk, a perception check for me. Unrelated.
All right.
17. Okay, that definitely was a very loud. Hang on, I don't know if that's a bird call. Hang on, you recognize that shriek anywhere? I'll say with a 17, you recognize who that shriek is from.
I'm going to imagine this is like the last signature he needs, and he's gonna like get up immediately.
Oh, sorry, we need a name for the book, so if necessary. Is everything all right?
He's gonna lean over at her. What do you think of Brasser?
Oh, I don't hate it.
Brasser. B-R-A-S-S-E-R.
I wasn't sure if you meant like brassard, like the jewelry piece that goes on your shoulder. Brasser can also. Brasser it is then, sir. Thank you. I dearly hope we can talk more at a later date. You seem to be.
Of course, I'll bring my friends here. Speaking of, I think that's them as he's going to.
Oh, okay. Fair. Hey, wait up! Did Braun? It's like she immediately started hold on, buddy. she almost tries to very delicately hold onto the beetle that is on her arm, and she's like holding it out in front of her, trying to keep holding it out like a fucking paperweight, trying to sprint out the door behind you, Braun.
And of course he does have little Ollie. Anyways, that's gonna be the last of that.
I'll say, we'll have to see what happens at some point. Coming over to the enemies.
Well, do I get the rest of my turn?
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Scream.
So, I scream them away.
So
That's
much happening.
Bonus action. I'm going to target this one right here inside. With some Tasha's Hideous.
Oh, okay.
Since the one outside, I'm pretty confident Clotho can finish off.
Oh, probably. I never did give a silence icon. You know, we'll do the screaming. That checks out. She has no mouth, and she has a mouth. She has no throat, and she must scream.
All that comes out is bubbles.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like a spray of blood. It's like gritting her teeth that are just crimson at this point. And now, sorry. As with the Tasha City's Laughter, she has to make a wisdom save, the other one?
Yes.
Okay. What's your DC?
14.
I rolled a 15 on the die. Yeah. As she tries to like you can almost see a smile begin to creep across her face beneath the helmet before she kind of like shakes herself back forward, and like briefly like turns her head back, like trying to focus on the mission. Like, hey, bitch is gone.
Hey, you son of, you bitch!
As she like tries to go back in with her sword.
Clotho kill?
Let's see what Clotho does first. You know what? Is he gonna do the rule of cool?
How cool
Sure.
is he?
All right. As this woman is getting ready to fucking charge you, Ale, all of a sudden you see Clotho just Assassin's Creed fucking swan dive down before going to bury a fucking dagger to even, to twist the fucking knife in her throat to like twist her head, twist the spinal column. And finish the decapitation. Not as great as before. And it's not a sneak attack, unfortunately.
Still a hit, though?
Let me check his modifier. And let me see. Barely hits, actually. With a 14. It actually ends up a bit more like, have you played Middle-earth Shadow of War when you try to do like an aerial execution?
Yeah.
Okay. For the sake of this, he immediately Clotho almost tries to like barrel down, running all of his weight onto this woman, going to bury the knife in the side of her neck. That she very aptly and barely manages to grab his hand that is going to stab her. That creates this like wide gash across the side of her cheek, instead of going straight for the fucking jugular to just rip it all the way out. He is going to deal minimum damage on the dice, which I guess makes sense for the description. Start jumping up and putting a bunch of tabs here. Okay, so that's another 5 points of piercing damage. The woman is still alive as she manages to just take her grip on Clotho's stabbing arm and then just like almost throw him over her fucking back, essentially just directly in front of you, Ale, and he just turns and like spits out a little bit of blood. Never else has been a fight like this. And he just like very calculated, just kind of wipes exactly where the blood is on his lip with one finger, and then just turns around and just does a little flourish with his knife, ready to throw down. Essentially back to back with you.
All right. He remains super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he didn't get the kill.
He's not the main character, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways,
That's a lie, and you know it.
back to the wolf. Oh, actually, I haven't checked if its ability recharged. I didn't do that last round. Hold on.
Meanwhile, you and Yue are about to die.
I don't want to be actually big.
Nope, that ability did not refresh. However, something else happens. Hey, Mew.
Yeah?
You're the one currently taking pot shots at this creature.
Yep.
As that blood begins to trickle down onto the pavement, all of a sudden there's almost like this like eruption of mist and fog that comes up from a patch of snow on the ground. And as the mist clears, it fucking disappears.
Oh,
wait, where the fuck did it go?
off.
Oh shit! So surprise, surprise, this thing can teleport 30 feet.
Oh, goody.
As it cannot make an attack against you, but you are now neck and neck with it again as this thing is boom, running up alongside you, flaring and gnashing its teeth.
Oh boy.
So that's its turn. This is going to be a... actually, sorry, this would still technically be a disadvantage. Thank God it was. Okay, alright. I have to mark down that you have to beat a 3 next time we come around to initiative. Cool. As this thing... you notice as this thing warps up next to you and tries to essentially teleports, like, oh fuck, what are we gonna... Punk! This thing like impacts into a carriage that essentially that was abandoned in the middle of the road, and the horses were let free. It just like barrels straight into it, the spray of splinters and shrapnel and frost. As this thing kind of tumbles and rolls and barely manages to catch up, get its footing again, as it just continues trying to fucking make chase with you guys. As you're like, okay, great, go, fucking go. Coming back over to the guards. They cannot quite get the murder sandwich ploy that they were doing earlier, which is kind of cringe. But this guard over here decided... Actually, you know what? She's gonna roll.
They can't do what they want me to because Clotho's an MVP.
She's gonna make an insight check as a free action. What's your deception mod, Ale?
Deception, 4.
Okay. Oh yeah, she definitely does not beat that. She's looking you. She's almost looking you up and down, like, almost recognize you from somewhere. Damn shame. Could have gotten to know each other. And she goes in for another swing with her longsword. As she gets another fucking 8. You're like, as she like, we want to use the door again. Okay. Okay, in that case, you just like, oh shit, managed to duck very briefly out of the way, as she does like a big overhead cleave aiming straight for your neck. That you managed to quickly duff and tumble under before standing back straight up, like, whew, okay. And yeah, this woman, Okay, you know what? Let's see. Is the adrenaline running off yet? No. Yeah, no. She's gonna take another swing. She's gonna take a swing at Clotho. Just be at the bitch who shot her throat out. She apparently she rolls high.
All right.
And she manages to actually to get a solid thrust, it's managing to stab Clotho straight in the gut. As he just and spitting up a amount of blood in her face. Takes a bit more than that to kill me. As she just as he manages to get a boot on her chest, to shove her away just enough to pull the sword back out of her stomach, as he just is really gripping into these pristine, beautiful, a very noble outfit, and now has a very deep crimson patch spreading down his stomach and down his legs.
Find out who embraced Clotho, I'm going to kill them.
Oh, that
their
might
entire
happen.
lineage.
And as
New Arcaster City will burn should Clotho die here.
And as the heat of combat continues, blood spills, chaos ensues running through the streets, as shrieks and howls abound, reverberate through either half of the city. I'm afraid this is where we're gonna have to end the session for tonight. We're ending a little bit early, because not everyone's here, and also I know Tixel mentioned they have some stuff in the morning.
Yep. I have two things. What the fuck? Also, what the fuck?
You know, I don't think I've ever run a combat like this. This is interesting.
See, this is why you never split the party. I say, having offered to split the party.
Well,
You thought we were safe.
yeah, I wasn't expecting to run into a teleporting ice werewolf.
Yeah,
I'm just going for a cup of tea.
You know what? I'll allow one last nature check from you, nature history check from you, to see if they can at least get the name of this creature. 13. From what little you can think of, trying to go through your memory banks as this beast of winter and fear and the hunt is barreling past you. In the common tongue, I think this would roughly translate to a silence wolf. It is, turns out, a cousin to the blink dog.
Great.
That explains the teleporting.
Yep.
Fucking blink dog made of ice.
So, we're gonna have to look forward to that next session. Oh boy.
So it's a Winter Court ancestor, a Winter Court Wolven ancestor to the Blink Dog.
Or at least a relative, perhaps.
Thanks, I hate it.
All
I
right.
guess cousin's more accurate these days because you don't really get modern dogs from modern wolves, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Let's get the battle music and the screaming out of here. It's getting a little much.
There's still gonna be some
I do
screaming.
love the fucking
Oh boy.
The screams will be in
juxtaposition
my
of-
nightmares for the next week.
love the juxtaposition between hell, fighting, running away.
So what would you like for your pet? Oh, I love this dichotomy. I've wanted to create a fucking. I immediately saw that. Like, I had this epiphany moment this morning. Like, wait a fucking minute.
I can start some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I had a plan for some weird combat happening in the city, because again, everything flows into here, including
we've got-
exotic animals.
We've got regular combat happening with Ale and Clotho. We've got social combat technically happening with Braun and
in a
Bella.
manner of speaking.
And then we have chase combat happening with Mew and Yue.
Oh boy. We'll have to see what the results of this cacophony is going to become next time on Legends of Nordaeron Memento Magick.
Just keep shooting.
Just keep shooting, just keep shooting, just keep shooting.
We get the fucking the Witcher 3 music starts blaring as the I wish I could use the fucking Witcher soundtrack for this shit. Are you kidding?
Right.
This would be this would be fucking perfect. I actually did listen to a lot of Witcher music for writing for Alshare. Anyway,
a lot of D&D groups do it because Critical Role did for a couple years too.
True, that's also part of it. But anyway,
but they bought the licenses, yeah.
It's also a fucking bop. Yeah. Video game soundtracks are very ambiguous in terms of copyright for Twitch streams, which is why I'm not for the D&D streams.
Twitch I'm less about, but YouTube for the Vons.
Yeah. But all right. Anyways, hey Beatrix.
Yeah.
Hey, where can they find you when you're not getting chased down by a giant cold dog?
Yeah, and almost getting bloody with one attack. You can find me here on Twitch at BeatrixBT. I play games and do other stuff.
Fun times. Speaking of, hey Miss Marakar.
I'm also just realizing how small everybody else's health pools are, because I'm like, I have like 26 health.
Yeah. Soon, TM. Soon.
Soon.
Yeah,
But yes.
What was that, Mia?
I have more than half of that at least, so we're good.
But
yeah, this is an unfortunate moment when the party is split and the squishies are open.
Yeah, the beast's not there to protect everyone. He's trying so hard. But yes, you can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, all the places really. But
fun times all around. I hope you're not genuinely frustrated, by the way, V.
Oh no, I've played Artificers like several times before. I know the low levels are like you don't really have much to work with. So
yeah, that's also very fair.
It's like Artificers don't really start getting like better until they get their subclass. So
and that is fair, yes. And like I said, soon TM. Soon. And yes, speaking of I don't have a good segue for this. Actually, no, speaking of dogs, there we go. Hey, Braun, a.k.a. The Procrastination, a.k.a. Tixel, where can I find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/procrastination. The revolution starts tomorrow. You can also find me occasionally on Nature Claw's channel at twitch.tv/natureclaws.
How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you shill me on my own channel? Disrespect. The nerve.
I have yet to really return to streaming. I'm hoping I'll be able to soon TM.
I did hear there's a new job application coming up, which sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, hoping to be able to get some money from that, to be able to get some time to be able to do things.
And a schedule that will let you stream and do things.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually start up with the new game coming out in a couple of days.
Oh?
Yeah, I think it comes out this Wednesday, in fact, actually. Does it? Am I crazy?
What game are you talking about?
Thursday. It comes out Thursday. New Sonic game.
What game?
Sonic?
Oh, yes, you were talking about this before the stream. Was it Sonic X Shadow Generations? Which is a very unfortunate name. Because it immediately makes me think of fan fiction.
Said, I have to be up in approximately 5.5 hours, so I will leave now. I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day.
I thought you had more time. Jesus, go the fuck to bed. Dear Lord. Okay. And speaking of people who are probably going to need to go heck and EP, hopefully not the forever EP. Hey, Ale. Hey, Talon.
Hello.
Where can they find you?
You can find me here on Twitch in this time. I'm gonna be doing some spooky timing with my good friends who are all part of this on Thursday, I guess. As long as
something spooky.
Yeah. I think we've got myself, Nature, and hopefully V as well.
Yes. I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
Lovely.
We didn't decide.
We still need to decide what, but
yeah.
That's the
We
next
at least have
stage.
the
We have
win.
options. We have options. Yes.
Yes.
Something
And
scary.
yes.
Something spooky.
And as Tixel described, you can find me here, I guess, at twitch.tv/naturecause. There's also the YouTube channel, for a link should be in the doobly-doo, as well as the Discord, which you can find a couple of chuckle fucks and nerds talking about D&D shit, talking about fun things and memes. And also on the YouTube channels where the VODs are going up periodically. We're slowly catching up on the VODs. We've been uploading about 2 a week. We're currently up to episode 3 and 4, I believe it was, which is the start of the party delving into the sewers and dealing with a very gassy frog. And I will not elaborate further on that.
You'll just have to find out for yourselves.
Yes, go check it out. Next stream for me is going to be on Tuesday, in which I'm actually going to be playing, now that my internet's fucking working properly, some Space Marine 2 with Tavern Tilly.
Ooh.
We're going to finally, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, whether it's more campaign, whether it's going to be campaign stuff, whether it's going to be multiplayer stuff. I actually don't know. I'll have to
There's
check
a
in
new
with them.
operation.
Yes, I heard about that. I'll have to check that out as well. The sniper's been really cool. Turns out sniper in operations is fucking goated. I did not realize just how terrifying it was in just deleting and freaking elite units off the board, which just takes out swaths of enemies. It's fucking wild. It's very, very fun. But yes, I believe that is it. I'm done. I would like to wish everyone a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time zone you're currently in. A wonderful coming week. Stay positive, stay curious, stay in drugs, don't do school, eat your teeth, and don't pet strangers' dogs. Turns out.
I was petting it.
That's that's true. That is true. You know what? Better allegory. Get your pets their paperwork done. That's a better message for this from getting Ollie taken care of. Even if it's an earthquake causing catfish, get your paperwork and save your games. Yes, thank you for the bits, Talon. All right, who the hell are we gonna raid? I can feel my voice starting to give out already. Surprise, surprise.
Bolosaurus is up.
Yeah.
Doing Earths.
Fun times. I think we rated Vol the last
Probably.
D&D stream.
Yeah.
Still a very good friend of the channel. Did a little bit of play testing for their own TTRPG, which is very, very interesting. Skulls in Space. I got to play a walking tomb. With a gun. Ooh, Jade Harpy is currently live playing some Mech Warrior 5.
Maybe she's finally getting to the story. It's so good. Holy crap.
I just watched the trailers for it. It does look really fun.
It plays really well. It feels like, for me, I played the first MechWarrior game way back on Windows 97. It feels like that again. It is.
Damn, okay.
It just sends me back to my childhood. It's so goddamn good. I'm not obsessed.
Want to go right out to Jade?
Yeah, as well.
Sure.
Give her love and blame her for the addiction.
For the MechWarrior addiction. But yes, please go give Jade Harpy some wonderful love and support. What's our raid message gonna be?
Nice doggy.
Nice doggo. Oh, there is no like generic panic emote. Actually, no, we'll do colon D. Or D colon.
I think I have my Mara panics here, but
I thought there was a I thought there was a colon D emote. Am I crazy? That was just like a gasping face. Or I thought that was like a general Twitch emote. I might be crazy. In that case, nice.
well, they did restructure them. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's a basket on fire. That works.
Yeah, that'll work. This is
nice
fine.
doggo. Any final messages for the chat before we raid out?
Careful when going into funny shops or looking at puppies, I guess.
Yeah, shit's whack, yo. Shit's whack in New Arcaster City. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. Oh god, my throat's going.
Yeah.